Hey everyone, Dr. Mac here. Hope you've all had a great weekend. I know we're getting into the 4th of July weekend. June is finally over, the month that always seems to last forever in the summer. And I'm just coming to you from my little writing hub over here in Arkadelphia this evening. I want to thank everyone again for taking advantage of the free promo for books 1 and 2 of the Rock series. And there will be a free promotion for book 3 coming up as we get closer to publication. And there's some other things that I'm going to be doing as we get closer to publication. I'll have a cover reveal and some other things I'm going to share with you, which I'm going to start talking to you about right now. Last year, and here comes the cat. So this is Jill, everybody. So there she is. 18 years old, still going strong. Last year, when I picked up working on this series again, I discovered that if you're going to write about a band writing songs for their next album, not only do you have to write about the band's writing songs for their next album, you have to actually write the songs. And now, back 20 years ago, when all the ideas I had for these sequels were rolling around after I finished books 1 and 2, I had this little notebook and it's full up. These are all index cards now. And I made track lists for all the future albums of this band, especially for the one that's featured in this particular book. And there's going to be one in the next book and one after that. And it just goes on for eternity. But I had this track list. And then for the next few years, I had started collecting songs, and this is what you're looking at behind me is the master playlist for the series on Spotify. I still call it Rock Opus 2. That's what I just still call it when it's a work in progress. And I started collecting songs when we finally had streaming, because when I first conceived of all this, I didn't have a smartphone, I didn't have a streaming service, barely even knew what YouTube was at that point. And so I actually had to buy CDs to get the sounds and the songs that I was thinking about. But over the years, I've collected songs that I wanted those fictitious songs to sound like, even though I had the titles. Some of them I knew what I wanted them to sound like. I had little snippets of lyrics here and there. And so now that I have this gigantic 500 plus song list, and it's funny that it's not as long as the one for the other series, it's like twice as long. And it's not even a music series, but this one I've had for a long time. And it kind of, it fits in the timeline. I see the scenes in my head with the music and vice versa. But last year when I started this, I finally put the real songs into a list that would be like the fictitious album. Now, why it took me so long to do that, I don't know. Because I've had Spotify for at least 10 years now or more. So when I put it together, and if it had been a real album, I would have listened to this nonstop over and over and over and over and completely annoyed everybody around me. And so I'm going to an OAU because this year, picking back up on it again, of course, I've discovered Suno. And I can use the real songs as blueprints for the fictitious songs. And I have done it. And it's been so fun. It's like I finally know what this band sounds like that's been in my head for all these years. And they've turned out to be really, really great songs. So as we venture closer to publication, which is probably going to be right before the fall semester starts, so probably middle of August is what I'm looking at. I'm going to have a cover reveal coming up. I'm going to post the songs, the excerpts in the book that talk about the songs when they've either been created or when the video was released or when it hits hits MTV or just the radio. So you'll have some of that information to go along with the songs. And it's been really entertaining for me. It's been a lot of fun to do that. So as we get closer to time, I'm going to service you with some of those. But in the meantime, I've also been able to recreate this band's backlist with songs from the first 3 books that are already out there. And I posted one, and that was Assassination. You've also heard those on the promo videos I did. And I've also added another little specialty item in there, if you caught it. And so I'm going to post some of those as we go along. If you're keeping up with books 1 and 2, or if you've read books 1 and 2, then you've heard these songs, you know what you've heard of the songs, so you kind of know what they're a little bit about. But I'm going to post a couple of those. And of course, remember, this is early mid 80s stuff, so that's what it sounds like. It's hair metal, as it's called now. We didn't call it that then, but that's basically what they are. And they've been lots of fun to put together. And I did have lyrics for a bunch of them that I collected in this book right here. And I'm going to talk more about my lyrics creations in another video, but I wanted to go ahead and just throw one out there now and just keep you informed on what's going on and what's coming up. So stay tuned. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to take a trip down memory lane, do a little nostalgia. I wish I was better at the video production part of it, and the imagery, and I'm kind of working on that still, learning how to work it and make it look like I want it to, and not just, somebody with like an extra arm or it looks weird. So I will keep you all posted, and have a great night and have a great 4th of July.